Prayer followed by pledge of allegiance.
Father God, we thank you for your kindness in bringing us all together today. Though we may not know what this meeting holds, we know that you do. As we begin, Lord, help us to keep your word in mind, lead us into conversations that are fruitful, and enrich the lives of those who are here today. When we are undecided, please lead us in your wisdom. When our opinions may disagree, help us to remain respectful to one another. More than anything, Lord, would you help us both to seek your will and to pursue your glory through all that we say and do. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, I call the meeting to order for agenda business. First is public comment. Brad, who do we have for public comment?
Public comment are the bias.
I just mainly came here today about a little bit of what happened last meeting out there in the hall. And mainly with, I guess, talking to, since I've been coming here 20-some meetings, probably more meetings than anybody in the whole county. That's my main focus. I never seen a guy talk to somebody like that, the officer. I grew up, like I said, I grew up from the police station for 24 years, dealt with cops my whole life. I never seen anybody tell somebody to shut up or leave. Never in my whole life. And I've never seen the disruption in these meetings. Okay, maybe I ain't defending that guy, and I know I ain't here to be his speaker or spokesman, but I've seen the problem here. The problem is not the speaker, the problem is you, Dave. That's the problem. I got the same problem from you, Dave, that man got. I got the same problem from the sheriff's department that guy got. It's biased here, very biased in this county. I've seen it, I've been here 22 years. I've seen it, and it is bad. I've seen it in my civil suit case. I've seen it when I dealt with the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, and now I'm seeing it with the magistrate. The people in this town, the elected officials, some of them, not all of them, they're all good and dandy and big and bad talkers when they're behind doors, but when they have to confront you, they run like gutless cowards, like they're doing with me now, the magistrates over there. There's nobody should have put up with that out there. That's ridiculous. You should have just asked them to leave or whatever, to shut up and leave. But I ain't defending or sticking up for that guy. I'm just saying, that Talkington, the attitude he's got, been let go. He's shown that at my house. He's shown that out in the hall. And what you did, Dave, was really uncalled for. I mean, I don't know. They're going to have to take you down the Davis Memorial to surgically remove your head from Melvin's butt one of these days. It's ridiculous. And I'm just not picking on you. It's just, that's the way it is. Them policies were made to attack me. No one follows those policies. Then people in the pool, they attacked that poor guy, that instructor, and nobody said nothing, but when Rich says something, or somebody else says, we're gonna attack. In the same way with the Freedom of Information Act. Elvin don't follow those. I've sent him in, and he don't even answer. Did anybody say anything? Nope. If I did it, they jump on me. That's the only reason I come here today. I didn't come here to cause no trouble or nothing. I never caused no trouble with nobody in 22 years I've been here. But I just seen these meetings, I just come to try to express my concern, and I seen the bias. And this town is very biased. Very biased. I mean, if you don't have a certain last name like Rossi or Ross, depending on the election, that you don't get anything. You don't get anywhere. And they could say I'm picking on Ross or whatever, that's a big deal, I don't really care. But that's the way it is in this town, in this county. And you see it, and everybody, I don't know why more people don't come to the meeting, but mainly because the majority of people in this county are a bunch of gutless cowards. That's what they are, until they're in the back door stabbing you in the back, because I've seen it. But I just wanted to come and express my concern about Talkington. The guy is gonna run into a guy one of these days and ain't gonna put up with it. And I mean, I'm not saying anything bad, I'm just saying, I've seen it my whole life. I'm 53 years old. Eventually guys like that run into the wrong dude. And somebody ain't gonna put up with it. And that's why I come to express my concern today. I appreciate the time and attention. You guys have a nice day.
All right, Brad, who's next on the list?
I'll put it this way, is there any volunteers, because I'm having a hard time understanding this
Tony
name.
Bergen.
Tony Bergen, sir.
Do I talk there?
Yes, please. Yes.
Well, never having been here before, I didn't know your rules. I read your rules, and I'm not allowed to ask you any questions, and that's specifically what I came to do. So I'm gonna say my piece kinda in a roundabout way, hoping you'll take it as a question down the road, because I don't expect an answer today, all right? What I'm concerned about is an article I read in the Intermountain that has to do with the city of Elkins. Now, indirectly you say, well, you're the county commission. Well, I get it, but indirectly it will affect us in the county. It has to do with tax increment financing. They're having a meeting tonight at 7 o'clock, and there's a conglomerate, a group, whatever you might describe out of Washington, D.C. that's put together a plan or something to that effect, where they're gonna come in here and they're gonna have like a $25 million bond. And what tax increment financing will do is it'll give them the authority to raise money when they want a new development to take place, whether it be like at the train station or the industrial park, which I think falls under your preview, your authority, if I'm not mistaken. What I'm concerned about are the groups that are involved in advising Elkins. When you go through the laundry list of all the groups that are involved, they're all left-wing, anti-conservative, Obama policy, open border policy, you name it. That's what they encompass. And these are the people that it appears we're starting to let influence in our town, in our financing. And indirectly, it will come to the county. And that's my concern. So if I assume you know about it, and I think you should take a hard look at letting these people influence, because they will, they have a large checkbook. And that's what it's all about in the end. We all know that. So that's all I have.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Anybody else, Brett?
I have no other names.
Thank you. All right, minutes from our last meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the December 15th, 2022 meeting as submitted.
So motion is on the floor to approve the minutes from our December 15th meeting. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, reports. Mayor, do you have anything from the city of Elkins? All right. Peggy, do you have anything from our grant perspective?
Well, I left you both lists of grants and the updates on your desk. I don't know if you wanted me to go over them in here.
Yeah,
or-
if you would, for the, maybe the
Okay.
paper will put something in the paper.
Okay.
BJ?
Well, Kurt's not real happy with me, with his grants. I just can't get rid of the grant. I don't know why. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 grants open that are either getting ready to close or have just opened. We have a litter control grant. We have covered electronics recycling grant. We have a court security funds grant. We have community development block grant, which has been an ongoing grant for the Randolph County Housing Authority. It's getting ready to close out, so that's nothing, you know. We have a records and management preservation board grant, which was for the prosecuting attorney's office. I'm getting ready to close it out. We have a recycling systems grant that we just got in the amount of $84,000 to help out the new recycling center. And we need to have a phone meeting with the grantor on that, and then they'll start releasing funds on it.
Yeah.
We have the youth engagement grant, which is to paint murals on the concession building up at the,
It's the same lady that does Mountain Valley Bank?
yeah, Heather Johnson has agreed to do them, and we got a grant to pay for that. And the medical cannabis grant program, is Rocky Heb handling that one now, or do you know?
I do not have an answer for you on that one.
Okay,
I know
'cause-
he handles the other grant that they have, so.
Okay, he may be, I sent this grant in and it was approved, and, I think he's been working on it with some people, so I'm assuming that I will not be managing that grant. I just wrote it, sent it in, he'll be managing that one, okay?
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming. We have, with all of these grants, they come to $351,971, and your match on all of those grants was $4,484. Right now, we have a grant into the, 2 grants into the DOT. One's for recreational trails for Camp Pioneer, and one is a transportation alternatives grant for our sidewalk and steps.
Mhm.
Yeah. Neither of those have been answered yet. I've been in contact with them, and they're still just dragging their feet. That's just how the government is.
Did you have the numbers, the amount that you had got us, was it the past 3 years?
Oh, I have the amount down here that I've gotten you for, but it doesn't include these that I just did. I've applied for $3,417,147. I have gotten approved for you $3,392,009, and your match on all of that has cost you $68,785.
Is that the past 3 years?
18, 19, 20, 21, 22 would be the past 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, it didn't include those on the top, so no,
Right.
it was 3 years, you're right.
I just appreciate your work for that, because like you said, our match was 68,000.
Yeah, on over 3 million.
So then we got $3 million worth in
Yep.
grants that we were able to use for
Yep.
various projects throughout the county. So,
Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kurt, anything?
You have a small report.
End of year report with our calls and dispatches for 2022, 9,223. We transported 7,833 of those 9,000 calls. We did open Harmon Station 24/7 with an ALS or paramedic unit on January 1st of this year. So we did have that station that we built in 2017, and we progressively been building personnel up as we could find them and finance them to start staffing that EMS district. We just had 3 of our full-time EMTs graduate from paramedic school, so that added another 3 paramedics to our staff. So at this time, we're staffed at 33 full-time employees, and we have 32 hired. So that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you.
On that response team, what you and I talked about,
Mhm.
you're still working on the numbers for that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I've got the numbers done. I need to meet with Chief George and yourself or the
Okay.
commission and talk about some of that stuff as far as
Okay.
licensure and certification.
Yeah, we wanted to try to start out with Colton as a test area, cause they're distance away from the EMS, plus they already have some paramedics out there, or medics anyway. Try that first for special response, kinda help them out and help the community out.
Yeah, we're busy. I mean, we're running it pretty much, we're doing a lot of secondary calls in Tucker County right now as they reorganize and figure their system out. So we're running a lot in Tucker also, so we're running 2 counties.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it, Kurt.
Anything from the Congressman's office?
Happy New Year to Randolph County Commission. Now we are into the next Congress as of first part of this week.
Have they got a speaker yet?
Well, I knew you were gonna, no comment. Hey, it's democracy. It's not pretty, but it works, so. But, what I was gonna say was, now we are starting to, move into the new district, and, the counties there were, ours there in the old district are going to Congressman Miller. And, as always, we're here for, support on grants, so if we can do anything for you, let us know. Sounds like your grant machine over here is doing a heck of a job.
We need money for,
Oh, I know.
or something
Well-
we really need it for.
Well, like I said, the congressman's always ready to support a grant with a letter of support, so just let us know. Good to see y'all,
Thank you.
and, tell Chris,
Huh?
hope he feels better. Good to see you, Chris.
You all need it. I don't know.
Brad, you got anything from the sheriff's office?
I do not.
All right, thank you. Brenda?
No report.
All right. Correspondence?
No.
There's no correspondence, announcements. Our next meeting will be
The 19th.
of January.
Mhm.
January 19th, 1:30 here in the meeting room. All right, so items for discussion and action. The first one is consider approval of funding request from the Randolph County Special Olympics. Should be here to speak on it? All right, we received a letter from, I'll let you speak on this.
Here we go now.
Yeah.
All right. We received a letter from Special Olympics Randolph County from Elizabeth Weiner, who's the county coordinator. letter is dated November 27th of 2022, and it states to whom may concern. Once again, it is time for our annual donation drive. We are fortunate to have people in our community that are willing to help with funding so our athletes and coaches can participate in events at the local, state, national, and international levels. We hope that you'll find our cause worthy of a donation. We appreciate the support and backing from our communities. Donations may be mailed to, and then we have Ms. Weiner and her address. Sincerely, Elizabeth Weiner, County Coordinator. We've given $2,500 in the past for this. Is what we've done in the past.
Chris, you there?
I think we supported him for like the last 10 years.
Last 10.
Roughly.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna, you gonna make a motion to help fund it?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the funding request from the Randolph County Special Olympics in the amount of $2,500 to be taken from hotel motel tax.
So motion on the floor is to approve the funding request from the Randolph County Special Olympics in the amount of $2,500 to take it from hotel motel. Any further discussion? And I'm gonna abstain from it because Liz is my aunt, so I'm gonna abstain from the vote.
I'm gonna put you up there to the mic so we can vote there, Chris.
So all in favor?
Aye?
And I,
And I'll abstain.
Okay.
So motion carries.
The hand there, got 2,500 on the back.
Next item on the agenda is to consider approval of new hire for the assessor's office. Lance, yeah, there he is.
Yeah, my name's Lance Markham. I'm speaking on behalf of Phyllis, who's joking the assessor. I'm a deputy assessor. Honorable County Commission, I wish to hire Bryce Taylor to fill the open position of appraiser in my office. Bryce will be paid from my regular county budget. Already have the funds in my budget from previously. His starting salary will be $25,000 a year. He will receive all benefits, and I would like Bryce in my office on Monday, January 9th, 2023. Thank you for your consideration.
Okay.
Okay, so I know she's been interviewing several, you've helped her with interviews?
Yes.
Yes, I know you've done several interviews. You've narrowed it down to Bryce, so we'll go with her recommendation. So do I have a motion to approve Bryce Taylor?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the hire of Bryce Taylor as a full-time appraiser in the assessor's office with a salary of $25,000 per year to be paid from the regular county budget. This is a fully benefited position with a 90-day probationary period. He will begin work on Monday, January the 9th, 2023.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the assessor's recommendation to hire Bryce Taylor as full-time appraiser in her office with a salary of $25,000 a year to be paid from her regular county budget. Fully benefited position, 90-day probationary period, and he starts work Monday, January the 9th. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next item is consider approval of promotion for the 911 center. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I'm Sydney, I'm here for Shauna today. I'm requesting a pay adjustment for Teresa Blosser. She's now operating on the floor as a standalone telecommunicator, and her wages are covered under the current budget.
All right, so we have a promotion of Teresa Blosser. She's, her current wage is $12.25, her new wage is $13.97, and this is all covered under Shauna's current budget. So do I have a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to promote Teresa Blosser to a standalone telecommunicator position and to adjust her pay to $13.97 per hour.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the recommendation for Shauna to promote Teresa Blosser to a standalone telecommunicator position and adjust her pay to $13.97 per hour. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All righty. Consider acceptance of the grant for the pro officer and approval of agreement. Okay, anything on that, Brad?
So,
That's the one I was talking about.
yeah, okay, so I'm probably not as filled in as the sheriff is at this point where I was out on some leave, but I do know we applied for a medical cannabis grant that will assist in placing another PRO in the schools within Randolph County. It's my understanding that that was recently approved in the amount of $15,000. And I know there were some negotiations about the Board of Education was also going to assist in funding the third position if it were approved. If
if you all approve this today, the preliminary plan is to place a PRO within Elkins High School. That's one of the schools that are not covered yet. There were some other things where, Elkins PD may have been applying or, looking at the possibility of placing a PRO, but.
So we beat the Elkins PD to it?
Well, so it's my understanding that it wasn't feasible with their staffing at this point, and then this grant opportunity presented itself and the sheriff pursued it.
That's right, it is in Kansas City limits, isn't it?
So yes, at that point, if approved, it would place a full-time PRO in Elkins High School, Elkins Middle School, and Tiger Valley High Middle. And then the Elkins High School will kind of almost cover 4 campuses at once because we'll have the VOTEC that adjoins the Adult Learning Center and the Midland School on almost the same
I
ground.
should go back and renegotiate this. I forgot Elkins High is in the city limits. This is not. So you should have to pay for some of this.
Middle school's in. Middle school's in.
Middle school is too. You should pay for some of that.
That's my understanding of it currently.
All right, so what, in all seriousness, you got us a grant, was it a couple years ago when we got the grant for, the 2 pro officers?
Rocky got that one.
Rocky got that one?
Yeah.
So, and we have one in Tigers Valley, and we have one in Elkins Middle.
Yeah.
And now, we got another grant, it's for $15,000.
And Rocky's very instrumental. He gave me the information I needed to file this.
Okay, so we've got a grant and we've been approved for $15,000. All right, so basically, what we did, we worked with the Board of Education. This is to have one in Elkins High, so there's one in Tigers Valley, there'll be one in the Elkins High, and there'll be one in Elkins Middle. The salary for an officer and benefits are approximately $70,000. All right, so when you take away the $15,000 that we were awarded for the grant, the cost will cost $55,000. So what we did, we worked with the Board of Education, and they voted last Tuesday night.
I attended that meeting on that.
Yeah, Tuesday night, said, well, we'll split it, 27.5 each. And they approved it on Tuesday night.
Yes.
So, now we need to just have a motion to approve our part of it for 27.5. So that will fully benefit. And then what we're gonna do, that'll pay for the salary and benefits. And then the county commission, the sheriff's office will also provide a marked cruiser, law enforcement and equipment, example, firearms, tasers, uniforms, and other essential items to provide safety and security to the students and staff, the fuel and other necessary requirements. So that's gonna be on us. So, but the salary and benefits will be shared with the Board of Education, County Commission, and then the grant that we awarded for $15,000. Do you wanna talk any about what they've done, or anything that has happened, or the benefits from those 2 positions that we currently have?
Yes, so, and I'm sure the sheriff has probably expressed some of this too, but since we've implemented the PRO program again with Deputy Head and Sergeant Pennington, I can just tell you from the perspective of our office, it's been instrumental in developing relationships with the kids in the schools. I stopped in at Tiger Valley High School Monday or Tuesday, because they were out Monday. Kids interact very well with our PROs. They have a rapport with the kids. They're comfortable coming up and talking with them. There have been several instances where we've had cases generated because of them being in the schools where kids are comfortable coming up to them and talking to them, and they have worked those cases, have several prosecutions pending currently. And I believe part of that is because of the rapport they're building, and they're more willing to disclose to someone what's going on.
We got a couple felony cases right now too.
That's correct, yes, sir, I have several felonies pending. On the other side of that, it is a visible presence in our schools, and the hope is that will provide a deterrent as well. And if, God forbid something would happen, we have an immediate presence in the schools where they're assigned. But I know it's been, I think, well received within the schools, it's been well received in the community, and I believe the addition at Elkins High School would be a good thing.
Especially with Elkins High School being the largest that we have in the county, I think we need to, that's probably one of the reasons why we're trying to push to get one there, so. All right, so any further discussion on the matter?
No.
All right, do you have a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept the grant for the pro officer and to approve the MOU as submitted.
All right, so motion on the floor is to accept the grant. It's a $15,000 grant that we're receiving for the pro officer. And the MOU, the memorandum of understanding is with the Board of Education that they will pay $27,500 and we will pay $27,500. So any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. So next item on the agenda is to consider ratification of Commission's President's signature on the sale of county property. So, this is just a ratification of Chris's signature, and it was when we, it's for our retired canine hacker. We found him a good home, and so we are ratifying the signature of the sale of this, you know, it's county property, but it's our retired, dog, canine hacker. So I just need to, a motion to approve the ratification of the signature where we sold the dog.
All right, I'll make a motion to ratify the signature as presented.
So motion on the floor is to approve the ratification of Commissioner, President's signature, which was last year, so it's C's signature for the sale of county property, which was canine hacker. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so final settlements and annual accountings. Is there anybody else before we move on to final settlements and annual accountings? All right,
Chris, we'll let you go and finish up on them, or do you want to stick around on them?
Thanks a lot.
All right,
thank you.
see you, bud.
Okay, so we have,
Hey, thank you.
all right,
All right,
3 final settlements.
all right, I'll make a motion to, approve the 3 final settlements as submitted.
So motion on the floor is to approve the 3 final settlements as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Do you have any budget revisions?
We have 4.
4 budget revisions? All right, first budget revision.
That one came over from bookkeeping. They're just fixing something in the system with it.
The first one, the in-house budget?
Yep.
For the 118,000?
Yep.
All right, so we have a motion, we have an in-house budget revision, for commercial correction, contractual,
Community corrections.
community corrections. All right, so increasing their line by 818,000, so is there any further discussion? I mean, do I have a motion to approve the in-house budget revision?
I'll make a motion to approve the in-house budget revision.
It's for community corrections, the amount of 118,000. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so then the next ones are all from the sheriff's office. In-house budget revision, just a simple $77, increase in his dues and subscription line, taking it from professional services. So have a motion to approve the $77 in-house budget revision for the sheriff.
I'll make a motion to approve the in-house budget revision for the sheriff's department amount of $77.
Motion on the floor is approved the $77 budget revision. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so the next one is he is decreasing equipment line and raising contract services by $1,440. So I have a motion to approve the $1,440 in-house budget revision for the sheriff.
I'll make a motion to approve the $1,404 in-house budget revision for the sheriff's department.
So motion on the floor is to approve the in-house budget revision for the sheriff of $1,440. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Last one is he is decreasing his fringe benefit line by $5,250 and increasing his law enforcement wage line by $5,250. So the motion on the floor to approve the last in-house budget revision for the sheriff in the amount of $5,250.
I'll make a motion to approve the in-house budget revision for the sheriff's department in the amount of $5,250.
Motion on the floor is to approve the in-house budget revision for the sheriff of $5,250. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Division of properties and rent assessments?
We have 1 erroneous and then 4 divisions of property and 4.
Okay, so we'll take the erroneous assessment first.
And 4, how many? 4 and the other? All right.
Division of properties.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the 1 erroneous assessment as submitted.
Motion on the floor is to approve the one erroneous assessment as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
We have 4 erroneous assessments.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the 4 erroneous, or I'm sorry, the 4 division of properties as submitted.
So motion on the floor is to approve the 4 division of properties as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Do we have any distressed properties?
No.
Any fire fee adjustments?
3.
3 fire fee adjustments. All right, so do I have a motion on the floor to approve the 3 fire fee adjustments?
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the 3 fire fee adjustments as submitted.
Motion on the floor is to approve the 3 fire fee adjustments as submitted. Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Payment of the bills.